Hi everyone. Seems to be a helicopter just disturbing my video, but there we go. But I have some amazing news today. I passed my driving test! Yay! I literally don't know what to do with myself. I got 3 minors, but I knew where I went wrong. I can't actually remember them. I think one was for observation, one was for undue hesitation, and I can't remember the other one. But I'll put a picture in here anyway, the ones which I've got wrong. But yeah, I passed my driving test. First time. I literally cannot believe that at the beginning of the year, it was good, and then COVID came in because I passed my theory in February, and then I was so happy. I was like, yes, I can go back to driving, because it took me the 6 months to, you know, learn and pass my theory. But people are probably thinking now, with me passing my driving test, that, oh, you had lessons when you wasn't doing your theory test. I had no lessons at all. For the 6 months I was doing my theory test, I didn't have any lessons at all. I literally, as soon as I passed my theory, I went back to lessons, because there's no point in wasting money if I haven't passed my, you know, theory test. But yeah, I passed that in February. I literally had, I think, a lesson back straight after my I passed my theory. So it was in the middle of the week though, I passed my theory, and then on the weekend I had my driving instructor. But literally in that lesson, I drove really well. He was like, right, it's time to book for your driving test. And literally I was like, oh my, like, whoa, hang on a second, I literally just had one lesson back. And then I booked in for my practical driving test, and it didn't go ahead because it was, COVID came in at March, and then unfortunately lockdown came in. I had a test booked in April, which is really upsetting, because I obviously probably would have passed and I would have been driving for a few months now. But it was frustrating, because I was like, I know I can drive, I know I can do it. And then this whole situation went down where we were in lockdown and then not in lockdown. And then obviously I was moving to university in September, so I had to like rearrange my lessons for the weekend when I was coming home. So yeah, I had a few lessons, I think, before I went to university, because I told my driving instructor I'll be going to university. But yeah, it's just I cannot believe I passed my driving test, because I had so I came back from uni early because I was doing my driving lessons, and thankfully I came home early, because then my flat came down with COVID, so that worked good in my books. But I literally had one lesson back from being at university, and then the next week I went straight to do my mock test. I got 7 minors on my mock test, and then I literally had one more lesson, because I did my lessons on Sundays now at 9 a.m. I did it early because I wanted to get used to the traffic at that early time, because when I was in sixth form I used to do my lessons about, oh gosh, 2 p.m. to about 4, so you know, that's literally when it hits 3 p.m. and every school comes out, it's just mayhem. But I got used to the busyness of the roads and stuff, always like stop starting, so I got used to that. But then when it came to actually doing my lessons on a Sunday morning, because Sunday is literally no one's out, the only people who are out is people running or either people cycling. Thankfully there wasn't anyone hardly cycling today, because it rained on my test. Well, just before my test, and then straight after my test it poured down. And then yeah, so I had a lesson, then I did my mock test the next week, then I had another lesson the next week, and then it was my test on the Friday. So I literally, overall, I had 3 lessons back, but only 2 of them counted as lessons because obviously the other one was a mock test. But my driving instructor said I didn't really need a lesson back before my actual test because he gave me like an hour before. But when it actually came to my driving test, I was like, I thought, right, because I have anxiety, if none of you know, you know now. I thought like I was gonna be like this. I was gonna be like a nervous wreck. I was like, but I just took people's tips from this like Facebook group which I was in on how to pass your driving test, and there was so many good tips in there, like eat a banana in the morning, in which I did. Stay calm, breathe, and I literally did that. Well, obviously got to breathe anyway, duh. But I mean, like, you know, calmly breathe, not like hyperventilate. I did all of that, and my examiner, she was lovely. She didn't really talk much, which is good actually, because when people talk to me, I seem to go like this, like talk a lot. But I was just concentrating, and then at the end of the test, she was like, "You've passed." I was like, "Oh, thank you." Then she told me the minors, but then I literally forgot because I have a brain like a sieve. When she was like writing out this, I was sat there, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I passed my test. I can get a car for Christmas." Because literally all I wanted for Christmas was a car. Even if I failed, I still would have got one so I could learn in it, you know, so I can get used to it and stuff like that. But I'm glad now I've actually passed, so then when I get the car for Christmas, I can just get it, or before Christmas. I think it'd be like a week or something before Christmas. I don't know, it depends on when now and what she wants to do. But I'm literally so happy. And then she was like, "Yeah, that was a lovely ride." And I was like, "Thank you, you have a nice Christmas." And she's like, "Oh, thank you, you too." The most weirdest thing about when we stopped the test was we had to stop outside the wall by the test centre because it was like really busy. Loads of people were having their tests done today, and so she said, "You have passed your test," and said the 3 minors, and then she was saying, "You still live at this address," and stuff like that. I was like, "Yeah." "Have you got your license on you?" I was like, "Yeah, it's in my pocket." I had to get it out of my coat pocket. Oh, I picked up my phone and my Siri went off and it was really loud. She went, "Oh gosh." I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." But yeah, I took my license out of my pocket, and then obviously if it wasn't COVID times, she would have just taken it out of my hand, but I had to put it like in a little plastic bag with like a tissue in there. I had to put my license in there. I was like, "Goodbye." So the only form of evidence I have now of a license is this. So this is my license for now. But yeah, she said it should be here within the next few days, but because of obviously Christmas going on, it could be a bit longer. But my friend had his in literally the next 3 days, I think it was. So that's what I can't wait to have, is my actual driving license. I can't wait for that. But I'm going to give you some quick tips for people out there who are going to do the driving test, because I know some of my friends have failed like first and passed on their second time, then some of them failed and doing it later on in the year. But there's literally 3 main tips. Tip 1, do not overthink the test. If you overthink the test, you are going to just make silly, stupid mistakes, like stopping abruptly or cutting out in front of someone, or possibly not, you know, doing your maneuver right because you're trying to rush it. Because on my maneuvers for this test, I had a bay park, so I had to pull into a bay, which was good because like I got I was straight, but I got on the 2 lines perfect. It was like quite big, you know, enough space for me to like even move over a bit more if I needed to. And then I had an emergency stop as well, which I was not expecting. Obviously she told me before the test, but I haven't done them as often, but I knew what to do. Obviously brake and then clutch straight away, and I passed that. I did that, so that was great. The second tip, make sure you eat something in the morning if your test is in the morning, or even if it's in the afternoon, eat some lunch, because you don't want to be doing, because this is the thing, like you might not want to feel like you want to eat because obviously you're anxious and you might feel a bit sick, but you're going to even feel more sick if you don't eat anything. So make sure you eat something on the day of your test. It works a bunch. And the last tip I'd probably say is just breathe. Just calm yourself down, because obviously, you know, it's a test at the end of the day. I just thought of it as like a final assessment of me driving. I just was sat in there. Yes, it's so awkward now because obviously COVID's going on and you got to wear masks. I literally had to wear my university mask because it stays close to like my nose, and I can put my glass on without it fogging up, because with the blue masks it seems to fog up. Like, it's a good university mask, don't get me wrong, but it's so hard to like try and breathe in it for like a whole 2 hours. I was literally in the car, but it worked on my driving test, so I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, just obviously make sure in these times, if you're doing a test, have a suitable mask in which you can breathe in, and you know, you're not going to be fussing around with it too much. But yeah, just breathe, relax, just sit there, just go, just obviously not obvious, not like no, not like that. Just not obviously close your eyes because you'll be driving, but like breathe in, breathe out. And those are the 3 main tips. You don't need any more tips because those are the 3 main points. All I want to say is, as well, like, if you're worried about what questions, or like the show me tell me questions, or what maneuver you'll be doing, don't overthink it. You know how to drive. Your driving instructor will put you into that test because they know you can drive and you're safe to drive up the road. They wouldn't have put you into it otherwise. But yeah, I'm just don't know what to say. It's so overwhelming. Like, trust me, people who have passed their test, you can't really explain it like you've passed. Like obviously you feel like amazing, and for me, I feel so proud of myself. Like, it took me 12 times to pass my theory, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm never going to pass this theory. It's going to take me for ages. It only took me 6 months. I thought it was going to be taking me a year. But I was doing theory tests one after each other. Like I say, do one this week and then one the next week if obviously I failed. But my driving instructor knew I could drive. I also need to take off these nails too. I can now have the time to do that. But I can drive. It's just the theory. I don't have a brain for that. Like, I can drive overall, which is probably the main thing. But yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have some pot noodle because it's getting a bit cold. But yeah, it's literally just stay calm. This is the thing, people like overthinking, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fail. Just right, I put into my mindset, it's the last assessment of your driving. I listened to what the woman said because I did sat nav for the first 20 minutes, which was good because I'm actually good at following that. My question, tell me question, was the head straight. I said it's got to be close to the head and make sure it's like eyes length. I said something like that. I can't remember what I actually said. And then the show me question was, when it's safe, show me how you wash the windscreen, the front windscreen. So obviously I did that. And you know, after that then I felt like, oh my gosh, I've accomplished it. I've done the questions, they're out of the way, and now let's concentrate on driving. Trust me, as soon as you've done those questions, drive like you know you can. One part I thought I was going under the speed limit. Nope, didn't come up on any of my minors. So yeah, I'm just so happy that in my mock test I got 7 and in my actual test I got 3 minors. I obviously, you know, everyone loves to not have any minors, but I seriously cannot believe I passed my driving test. I'm literally so over the moon. I'm literally looking over some cars now. I'm not really sure on what one to get. I might get a Honda or Hyundai. I don't know. I don't know any names of cars. My brother's good at doing that. Aren't you, Chris? But yeah, I need to try, because what you need now is obviously a car. I need to find the best possible car for me, the one which will suit me. I need to find the cheapest insurance. Yeah, I know, really cheap, isn't it? Especially for a new learner driver. No, new driver. I'm not a learner anymore. I can actually say that I'm not a learner anymore. And I need to find one which is at a reasonable price for now, because I don't want it to be too expensive for my first car, because like anything could happen. But yeah, Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I actually passed. Yay. I literally came in and my dad answered the door. I was like, I passed, because I couldn't literally hide this because it's already wrinkled anyway from like the rain, because it was raining when I had a picture done with it with my driving instructor. I don't know where that picture is. I'll have to see if he's posted it now. But oh my gosh, I came in, I was like, I passed. My nan was up there, she's like, did you? And she was like so happy for me. I was like, oh my gosh, amazing. But this is the thing, like my dad and my nan don't have any social media, so they really can't, you know, congratulate me on social media. So obviously I know personally that they're really happy at me, but then obviously people on Facebook don't, because they don't really have because obviously my nan and my dad don't have social media, so they wouldn't know. But yeah, I got a bottle of Echo Falls for passing. So yeah, I literally am so happy. It's a massive weight lifted off my shoulders now. Now I can concentrate on my degree and possibly posting more YouTube videos. I don't know if it's going to be a thing which I'll do for a living. It's just a thing out of fun, because my first vlog was done because it was mostly because I was in uni and I was away from family. It was mostly to post on YouTube so they can see it. That's why I posted it. But then I got so many like views on it and likes. I'm like, do I do another one? But yeah, I'm over the moon and I'm literally so happy with myself. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to my driving instructor for teaching me over the past 2 years. It's going to be hard, obviously, not having you by the side of me when I'm driving. It's just going to be me now, independent driving. But yeah, you've been amazing. Shout out to Ian. You are literally amazing. Best driving instructor ever. Because you're amazing. You deserve the best, because you taught me and made me the best possible driver I could ever be. So yeah, thank you ever so much. And yeah, I just wanted to also say a massive thank you to everyone who has sent me messages, commented on my posts, congratulating me. I really appreciate it. I love that so much. And a surprise from people who I haven't really spoken to in a while as well, or haven't spoken to at all. Thank you so much for your kind messages. I am literally so thankful for every single one of you of popping up to me and congratulating me. I really can't say it enough, but thank you so much. But yeah, I can't believe it. I literally can't believe I actually passed my test. If it wasn't for Ian, I wouldn't have passed my test. But obviously it's me as well. Like, I obviously wouldn't have passed my test because of me, because I actually made sure I was calm and collected and just went with it. But yeah, great fun. Thanks for listening in today to how my driving test went. It went amazing. But yeah, I hopefully people who are doing their driving test take those tips with them, which I've said. Yeah, past this. Now I need to do a thumbnail. I tried. But yeah, I will see everyone soon. Hope you liked this video and possibly be back with another video. I'm not sure on what to do yet, but if any of you have any suggestions, leave it in the comment section and I might be able to do them. So yeah, I will see everyone very soon. Goodbye and thanks for watching.